Hey, what's up? PizzaLovingNerd here. The Librem 5 is having some issues right now. So, let's talk about this. Alright, so I'm not surprised that this happened. This phone was made entirely from scratch over a series of 2 years. And it was crowdfunded, so I'm not surprised at all that this happened. However, it is pretty sad. Anyways, thank you to Fetus Deletus for making the thumbnail for this video, so yeah. Anyways, so OMG Ubuntu came out with this article right here, and just talking about some of the issues with it. So, first, this is very thick. So this is a Google Pixel, I think it's a 4. That looks more than twice the size of the Pixel 4. So, okay, I guess that might be kind of a big issue. I don't know, depends on how pocketable you want it to be. Now, the device also gets warm quickly. Its build quality is comparable to a mid-range Android phone, which that seems to be way of an understatement. Software is alpha, not daily driver material, and battery is so-so. So, I actually have the Reddit AMA this is sourced from right here. So basically, this guy who received his Librem 5 had an AMA from Reddit. He said the build quality was nice. However, if you look at these buttons right here, those buttons kind of look like, I don't know. If they're plastic, then that is not good build quality in my opinion. But if they're like rubber or something, then again that just might feel weird. So I don't really know about that build quality. As a matter of fact, my budget phone, this is a Nokia 6.1, this looks like it has better build quality than that phone right here. So this is like copper power buttons and stuff like that. Now, this guy is talking about how good the screen looks. I'll pull this back up, and if you remember Gardner the Linux Gamer, he also talked about how good the screen was on it. So maybe Purism nailed the screen.
This screen is positively gorgeous, you guys. The screen is so pretty.
I haven't seen it in person, and I think most people watching this won't unfortunately be able to see this in person. But if we've had 2 reviews of the Librem 5, both of them mentioned how good the screen was. That gives me high hopes for the screen. Now, the phone does get very warm when he uses it. It says it's comparable to a Galaxy Nexus on how warm it gets. And later in this AMA, he said that the battery was eh. So it says 3 hours of screen on time from 70%. So I'd say you'd get about 4, maybe 4.5. I think 4 hours screen on time at 100%. Again, this has better screen on time. So, other than the fact that this phone's a Linux phone, it looks like my $200 Nokia 6.1 is beating out this Librem 5. And that's worrying to me, considering how much this costs. Now, one thing I am interested in is if the device getting warm is making the battery life worse because the phone has to cool itself. This guy also compared the performance of navigating and browsing to a Nexus 5X. Now, what I'm curious about is the Nexus 5X was really fast on its stock firmware, but on Android 8.1, it's only meh. I've used to own a Nexus 5X. It was kind of slow. Again, it was a little bit slower than this Nokia 6.1. I've had a better experience with this on Android Pie than I have on the Nexus 5X running Android Oreo. So, I'm curious on what firmware he's talking about. If he has his Nexus 5X on, I think it came with Android Marshmallow, then that would be pretty fast. However, if he's just talking about the Nexus 5X's performance on Android Pie or Android Oreo, then that kind of worries me a little bit. So, from what I'm reading, most of this could be fixed through software updates, which is a good thing. Its build quality can't really be fixed, but they could fix that with the new, I think, Evergreen models. So, build quality, I'm a little bit worried about, but not much. and in the screen, the warmness, and the battery might be software issues. However, right now, it seems like this budget phone seems to be having better performance than the Librem 5, and that worries me a little bit. So, hopefully that isn't the case. Hopefully I get proven wrong, and, yeah, hopefully, if this is right, this could all be fixed through software updates. I wonder if using other OSs makes the battery issues and things less apparent. But right now, I think people are going to have to go with the Pine phone right here. So I think that's what might have to happen because of some of these issues that have sprung up with the Librem 5.